Hey everybody, it's Jazzy, the video store Sasquatch here. We are doing another Throwback Thursday. We have we have like a little rumor news for you, which is we'll do at the end. And then we have our 30 days of movies we're doing, and then the box office for the week. We'll kind of discuss that. We'll start here with last Thursday, Fool's Gold, directed by Andy Tennant, starring Matthew McConaughey, Kate Hudson, Donald Sutherland, and Alexa Dezina. New clue to the whereabouts of a lost treasure rekindles a married couple's sense of adventure and their strange romance. This movie is very interesting. It's one of my favorite movies, probably on the whole list. It's probably one of my favorite McConaughey movies. There's a lot of like cool stuff about it. It's like a treasure hunting movie, as well as like a love movie, as well as like an action movie. So there's kind of a little bit of everything for it. Kevin Hart is in this, Ewan Bremner, Ray Winstone, a bunch of other people are just all spread throughout this movie. I gave it 10 roses out of the 12 roses. This is one of those solidly good movies that's done very well. Andy Tennant is on this list a bunch as a director when you kind of start to look at it, and there's a reason why he just kind of makes good movie after good movie, especially in the romance category. So that was Fool's Gold, directed by Andy Tennant. And then the next one we have here is Failure to Launch, directed by Tom Day, starring Matthew McConaughey, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kathy Bates, and Terry Bradshaw. 30 something is still living with his parents until they hire an interventionist to help him graduate out of the house. That's where the fun begins. There's a lot of fun stuff in this movie, just a lot of crazy stuff. The dolphin scene, the chipmunk scene, just crazy, funny stuff that they did to kind of show the opposite of what should be happening to someone because of like the way that the nature is with him, and just kind of how he's just kind of stayed at a arrested development or whatever, because that's kind of where he's at. There's of course a reason why behind it, so it's a pretty good reason why, and I think that she even said that had she known that she wouldn't even have took on this case. So I mean, that kind of makes sense here. I mean, there's so many good stuff about it. Terry Bradshaw is so funny in it. Kathy Bates hilarious. I gave it 12 roses. I mean, just to listen to people in it. Bradley Cooper, Zoe Deschanel, Justin Bartha, Rob Corddry, Patton Oswalt. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Just because of the people she also helped were kind of the same people. This is a very good movie. We've never seen it before, which I doubt it because this was like the hit of hit movies when it came out. It's Failure to Launch, directed by Tom Day. And then Saturday, we have the Day 17 here. That is The Heartbreak Kid, directed by the Farrelly Brothers, starring Ben Stiller, Michelle Mahanigan, Malin Ackerman, and Jerry Stiller, a newlywed man who believes he's just gotten hitched to the perfect woman and encounters another lady on his honeymoon. 8 Roses, very funny. Maybe like opposite of a romantic comedy, though, to be honest with you, because when you think about it, he immediately gets married and then falls in love with the girl on their honeymoon. It is so funny. Danny McBride is in it. Carlos Mencia, Rob Corddry, and Eva Longoria. There's so many good parts of this movie. There's so many funny parts. Mylene Ackerman is pretty much comedy gold in this movie. Proves her chops here. Jerry Stiller is at the top of his game. Ben Stiller at the top of his game. Very funny movie. I give it 8 roses though. Um, I'm just kind of nitpicking movies here, kind of being mean to this one. But then when you see that one was Heartbreak Kid, directed by the Farrelly Brothers, and the next one is Along Came Parley, directed by John Hamburg, starring Ben Stiller, Jennifer Aniston, Deborah Messing, and Philip Seymour Hoffman. This one was a buttoned up newlywed finds a strictly organized life descend into chaos when he falls in love with an old classmate. Newlywed here is a stretch because they get married and then she cheats on him in the honeymoon. So that's 2 movies right away with like the same kind of theme or thing that happens to the guy. Or one happens to the guy, the other one the guy does to the girl, but we'll kind of let Ben Stiller get away with that one here. I gave it 9 roses overall. Kevin Hart is in this. Kind of a blink and you miss it role. Alec Baldwin, Hank Azaria, Cheryl Hines. There's just so many like good people that kind of like go throughout these movies. We're trying to highlight them as much as we can. There are just so many more good people in this movie, but that was Long Came Polly, starring or directed by John Hamburg. Sorry, and then Monday we are on day 19 here. Your Place or Mine, directed by Eileen Brosh McKenna, starring Ashton Kutcher, Reese Witherspoon, Zoe Chow, Jessica Williams, two long distance friends change each other's lives when she decides to pursue a lifelong dream, and she volunteers to keep an eye on her teenage son. Movie starts with how they met, where they kind of sleep together right away, and how he kind of loves her. And then we kind of figure through all the movie out. Like they're basically, this is one of those romantic comedies where the two people are barely in it romantically, which is kind of funny and kind of interesting how they did that. Wesley Kimmel is Jimmy's son, and that's or Jimmy Kimmel's nephew, and that is the son in the movie here. And Steve Zahn, Tig Notaro, and Bella Lovell from Animal Control early on, kind of appearance from her in this movie. If you haven't seen this is one of the newer movies on the list. This is actually worth watching, even though I gave it only 9 roses. It is on Netflix. It is Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher's kind of comeback last year, 2 years ago, and that was Your Place or Mine. This next one is Tuesday, day 20. This means War, directed by Mick G, starring Reese Witherspoon, Chris Pine, Tom Hardy, Till Schweiger, CIA agents, and two best friends. Franklin and Tuck discover that they are in love with the same woman. Each of them then decides to win her over by using their own skills. It's a total waste of government money involved in a lot of this. It's like a spy versus spy movie here. This is like one of the weaker movies on the list too. There's just so much going on. It's trying to be an action movie. It's trying to be a comedy. It's trying to be a romantic movie. It's trying to be a serious movie. It's trying to be, just so much different things. So that's kind of where it is. But that's kind of like Mick G's like rap or demo or exactly what Mick G wants to do. He kind of wants to mix genres, and he does very well in other movies. So I do respect the guy. Chelsea Handler, Abigail Spencer, Rosemary Harris are all in this. This movie is actually very well done. It just stylistically, it's very well done. And like it was just one of those movies where you could eat a bunch of popcorn and watch it, and you'll enjoy it because it has the action in it, and it is pretty well paced, so you're not gonna worry about pacing there. And then Wednesday, that was This Means War, directed by McG. Wednesday, the 21st day today, Sweet Home Alabama, directed by Andy Tennant, starring Reese Witherspoon, Patrick Dempsey, Josh Lucas, Candice Bergen, a young woman who has reinvented herself as a New York City socialite, must return to Alabama to obtain divorce papers from her husband after 7 years of separation. 10 Roses. This is classic. Reese Witherspoon is a classic romance comedy movie. It's another Andy Tennant movie. I think that's like the third one this week, or second one this week. There's more next week. He does a lot of these movies. He's very well done in those movies, so it doesn't surprise me at all that we're going to see his name. We got Mary Kate plays Sheehan Smart, Fred Ward, Ethan Embry, Melanie Linsky, Kevin Sussman, who is Stewart, plays a kind of random role in this. And he's in another movie earlier in the list too. So Stewart is getting it done in romantic comedies. And a young Dakota Fanning plays a young Reese Witherspoon. Really very good. If you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it. It's classic Reese Witherspoon. It's classic like Hollywood. It's classic romantic comedy. She ends up still being in love with her ex-husband and all the kind of craziness that kind of happen when she comes home. So if you haven't seen that movie, I definitely would watch that one. And that was Sweet Home Alabama, directed by Andy Tennant. And that kind of ends this week's version of this week's kind of 30 days of it. We kind of went through it pretty quick to try and just kind of keep them moving on. We have 10 more days, I believe, of movies. So we're coming to an end here. It'll be the last day of February when we kind of end that. So for the box office, I said it was going to be 75 plus million for Captain America. It was 88.8 million total. I am sure that no studio is disappointed with that. That is a good total. It might be down a couple of mil from Black Panther and stuff like that, but still a good haul here, especially this year where it's just been down everywhere. To even, I mean, we're already at 100 million if you look at what it's made today, so that's awesome. So that movie's gonna chug along. We got Paddington and Prue at 12.8 million total. Very solid entry here. It's a kids movie. You can kind of expect kind of stuff like that from kids movies. And then Hard Eyes keeps chugging along. It kind of doubles its first weekend here with Hard Eye with 9.9 million, 23.1 million total. I'm telling you, the word of mouth of that movie would help it. I wouldn't be surprised to see another 8 million, 9 million next weekend from this movie. I kind of got robbed. I feel like where it was at because I told you at 18 million. I thought I was like being like very mean about it, and it was still under that. So, very excited to see what Hard Eyes does here for the rest of this run. And then our little news here, our little rumor mill here is Sadie Sink is rumored to be the new Jean Grey for the X-Men movies. I don't know when that's coming out. That would be a good fit, I feel like. Man, look wise, personality wise, and everything like that. I think that'd be a great fit. Kind of excited to see a new X-Men movie. Love X-Men, so that's where we're at with the news. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please have a good rest of your day or night. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comments section. And see you next time in the cave.